to read or not to read? That is the question. Is it a question though? Today we are going to talk about Shakespeare, or maybe we are going to talk about Will Shak or William Shakespeare or W.M. Shakespeare. This guy had a lot of names. So we will start with some fun facts about Shakespeare. Did you know that Shakespeare couldn't spell? He spelled his name a number of different ways, the ways that I just told you. On his plays he have these different names, and this is the mystery, because everyone thinks that Shakespeare was a lot of different people, not just one person. Another fact that I know is that Shakespeare was married to Anne Hathaway, not the actress, another Anne Hathaway, but maybe Anne Hathaway is traveling through space and time. We should think about this. She never gets old. This is very mysterious. Another fact about Shakespeare, he wanted to be an actor first, but something didn't get quite right with him in his acting career, so he started writing plays. He was very productive. He wrote at least 37 plays in his life. He also wrote a lot of poetry. In 1 year alone, in 1609, he published 154 of them. He survived the bubonic plague. Very sadly, his son Hamnet died of the plague at age just 11. So this affected a lot William Shakespeare, this affected his writing style. It's very likely that Shakespeare named his character Hamlet after his son. His dad was a beer taster and a glove maker. Didn't even know that this is a profession. Did you know that there was a beer taster profession? Why don't we have this in our times? I like to read Shakespeare a lot, and I was craving some Shakespeare. When it gets cold, I'm always craving Shakespeare. I don't know why. His tragedies, his comedies just give me the correct vibes. I have all his comedies and all his tragedies, these two very big books. So 12 comedies and 12 tragedies. Oh no, 14 comedies and 12 tragedies, yeah. And I read Shakespeare in Russian because my English isn't that good. I can't read him in English for now. Maybe it will get better. Why am I filming these videos? Just for my English to get better and read Shakespeare. Do you like Shakespeare? Leave me a comment. We'll do one spinning wheel with his comedies and one with his tragedies. These books are very heavy. You can work out with them. Okay, got distracted a bit. So I've read The Taming of the Shrew by Shakespeare, and I like that one a lot. And I've read 3 of his tragedies. So I've read Romeo and Julieta, I've read Othello, and I've read Hamlet. So 3 of his tragedies and 1 comedy. And I will put all his tragedies and all his comedies except the ones that I've already read, because I want to read something new. So let's do it, shall we? I have here a spinning wheel with all Shakespeare comedies. This is how it looks like. So we have here Midsummer Night's Dream, Much Ado About Nothing, 12th Night, As You Like It, The Comedy of Errors, Love's Labour's Lost, The Merchant of Venice, The Merry Wives of Windsor, Measure for Measure, All's Well That Ends Well, and The Tempest. So let's spin that wheel. Okay, I'm gonna press spin. Spin. Okay. Do we got a winner? Yay! A Midsummer A Midsummer Night's Dream. I'm actually excited about that. I have heard about this play, I think, several times already. It's a play where Shakespeare introduced fays. I miss summer a little bit because it's cold now. And this play will give me those summer vibes. So, Midsummer Dream Falls, a play by Shakespeare that you need to read. There is a lot happening there, like a lot happening. So, we have different subplots in this play. First of all, we have Julius and Hippolyta who are getting married. Then we have four Athenian lovers who have a conflict. I will try to explain their conflict. There is Hermia and there are two guys who are in love with her. So Lysander and Demetrius. There is also Helena who loves Demetrius, but Demetrius doesn't love her back. But Hermia's father demands her to marry Demetrius, but she is in love with Lysander. On the other hand, Helena, her best friend, is in love with Demetrius and she would want to marry him. Also, we have 6 amateur actors who are rehearsing a play for Theseus and Hippolyta. They want to perform a play to their wedding. And also we have fairies in the forest who can manipulate with human emotions and fairies' emotions, so they can manipulate with nature, basically. If you love books about fairies, you should read this play because you will like it. It's amazing. I will give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I like it very, very much because it's so much happening in this play. This play could have been like 2 or 3 plays. And it's very interesting to follow all these characters like Fairy, Theseus, like our 4 young people who love different people. So yeah, this low square. Also the fairy that manipulate them and the merchants, I guess they are, or mechanics. So these peasants, like, let's call them peasants, I don't know, they have other jobs but they want to perform a play for Theseus, and it's very interesting to follow them because they I had the feeling that Shakespeare wrote them based on people who were watching his plays in those times. Lord, what fools these mortals be! And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. It's like a very true quote. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well. So we grew together, like to a double cherry seeming parted, but yet an union in partition, 2 lovely berries molded on one stem. Very good play, definitely recommend it. And now we shall choose a tragedy. I have here all Shakespeare's tragedies. So Macbeth, King Lear, Julius Caesar, Troilus and Cressida, Antony and Cleopatra, Coriolanus, Timon of Athens, Timon. Richard III, Measure for Measure. So let's spin this wheel. The winner is Julius Caesar. Unexpected, to be honest. Yeah. Julius Caesar, it is. I don't think that I was pronouncing it right. It's not Julius Caesar. This is the Romanian pronunciation.
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar. This is the British pronunciation. American pronunciation is
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar. So I'm gonna read Julius Caesar. Oh, yeah, my pronunciation. So, Shakespeare, folks, just finished the play and I like it a lot. I will give it 4 out of 5 stars because it isn't the best Shakespeare play that I've read, but it's a good one. It's a good one. This play is about the assassination of Julius Caesar. If you don't know the story, there were a lot of senators who were afraid that the Caesar will come to power and they will go back to monarchy, so they planned to assassinate. And what happened after the assassination? There was a conspiracy that Brutus joined. He didn't want to join it at first because he loved Julius Caesar, but he was afraid that Julius Caesar will become a tyrant. There are a lot of names in this play that you might know if you know something from history classes. So like Julius Caesar, of course, Octavius Caesar, Mark Antony, Lepidus, Marcus Brutus, Cicero, and others. You may know about the Mark Antony and Cleopatra, because everyone knows about Cleopatra, and Julius Caesar, of course, and Brutus, who were apparently best friends. I've always thought that Brutus is his son. I just find out that there are speculation that he is his son, but he's not his son, he's his best friend, which was a shock for me because I've always thought that Brutus is Julius Caesar's son. It's a very dramatic play, very tragedy-like play. There is a lot happening in the battlefield, which I didn't really like because I don't like battlefields, read about battlefields. I like the tragedy, I like the characters, their emotions, the poetry, of course. And I will read now some of my favorite quotes from this play. Cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never taste of death but once. Men at some time are masters of their fates. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings. And of course the famous et tu, Brute, that you can find also only in Shakespeare's play, so there is not historic evidence that Caesar said et tu, Brute when he was assassinated. And I also liked that I found out that this play, Julius Caesar, was based on Plutarch. This is a philosopher who have written about Julius Caesar's death before Shakespeare, of course, and he had he had a lot of evidence that we can see nowadays because they are lost, and Shakespeare somehow was inspired by Plutarch. Sometimes he just copied Plutarch. So yeah, this is a very interesting information that I've learned. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment if you've ever read any Shakespeare plays and which one. And if you like Shakespeare, also leave a comment or a heart. Thank you and see you next time. Bye.